Hey all you dudes and dudettes, my name's Dan and this is the only show in crypto that brings you all the news no one asked for. We cover everything from altcoins to NFTs. This is the countdown to the bull run. Here is what seems legit. You want the big brain moves of this week? Then it's all about AI. Don't talk about big brains unless you have one. FakeAi exploded over 2,000% this week, and it's got to be one of the most ridiculous crypto projects we've ever seen. Holy crap, dude, what the actual? FakeAi is a project that allows token holders to generate videos of celebrities and make them say pretty much anything that they want. They have a long list of celebrities you can choose from, half of which we've never even heard of before. Now they use a tiered system where if you hold X amount of tokens, you're allowed to make X amount of videos, or you can also buy in using USD. Now the project and price action pretty much fell off a cliff until Nvidia's earnings and all this talk about AI came back, and then they just bang. All right, so what's really fueling this AI fire aside from Nvidia's CEO coming out and saying demand far exceeds supply during their earnings release? ChatGPT also released Sora last week. That's their text-to-video AI generator, and that just threw jugs of gasoline on the fire. Now this little inferno just spread straight to crypto, and some of the leaders even decided to throw their own gasoline jugs in. All right, where's the fire? Which one of you Bitcoin blockheads is going to be the reason for the safety brief this weekend? You. For example, Binance said, hey, you guys want to trade AI tokens? Well, if you do it here, then we're going to reward you with $20,000 prize pool. So if you're good at catching those swing lows, it might be something you want to look into if you can trade on Binance in your country. And you also had everybody's favorite, but infamously awkward, Vitalik Buterin come out and saying, crypto's biggest risk is bugs in code, so why don't we have AI help us out and speed up the process a little bit? By the way, that's him mining for Ethereum before it went to proof of stake. And there's also BrainDAO. I know I'm not allowed to join, shut up. They just staked 10 million in Ethereum and they want to release AI products like IQ Code in 2024. Holders of their native token IQ are going to be able to access IQ GPT. Now this is basically ChatGPT only on some serious brain steroids. The differences here are you're going to be able to look into intricate terms, live data feeds, and breaking news. All things that ChatGPT cannot do. If you're looking to jump in on this AI fad and you want some projects that have more brain wrinkles than a walnut, we got 5 for you. First is BitTensor. The ticker's TAO and it's a proof of work blockchain. This is more or less a marketplace for people to buy or sell or trade these artificial intelligence or machine learning models that they've created. Now my brain ain't got those walnut-like wrinkles like the dudes that run this project, but I know a hot token when I see one, and this bad boy is probably the biggest one out of the batch. The next token is Fetch.ai. The ticker is FET, and it uses proof of stake. Now this blockchain is all about automating everyday tasks. For example, if you want to take a trip, you no longer need to go to that stupid gnome on Expedia. You can use Fetch.ai to get the best prices for wherever you want to go. Now this blockchain isn't limited to just booking your vacation. It's got a huge host of capabilities, and it can help automate anything from infrastructure to trading bots. Third on the list is SingularityNet. Ticker is AGIX, and it is another marketplace for AI services. This is relatively similar to BitTensor, however it is different. If you have an idea on how to automate something in healthcare or transportation or any other industry really, you can basically create this model and sell it on the SingularityNet marketplace. So if you're good at writing algorithms, you can type one out and put it on Singularity's marketplace and somebody can pay to use it. And one little thing to note, Hanson Research, the team that developed that crazy robot Sophia, is the team that is behind SingularityNet. Fourth on our list is Cubic. The ticker is QUBIC, and it uses proof of work. Now this one's really if you're looking to speculate a little bit, because the token only launched back in November, but people are peeping some tweets about it. So Cubic is all about making proof of work better. They got 676 computers running this highfalutin algorithm that harnesses mining capacities to do AI training. I'm not going to be able to explain it any better than that because my brain is about as wrinkly as a bowling ball, and going in depth into something like that is just. And finally, we have Agorist of Tau. The ticker is AGRS, and they are another marketplace for AI. Now this one is another little bit of a speculative bet, but after their recent rebranding, they have just been a straight moonshot. You remember when I said that Vitalik said that we should start using AI for bug decoding? Well, Tau's already on top of it. In a recent Twitter post, they more or less said that, hey, we already got you covered. All right, now look, I don't know what leveraging formal verification to define software behavior explicitly is, but it sounds smart and it goes along with the Vitalik narrative, so All right, so now there's been a whole lot of talk about these Bitcoin outflows from these ETFs. Well, I think we got a little bit of news that runs with the bulls on this one. All right, first off, let's take a look at the chart for the Bitcoin outflows. That bad boy is slowing way down. At first, yeah, Grayscale was selling everything hand over fist like Bitcoin was back at $60,000 again. But they have scaled that way back. Because if we bring up a chart that shows Bitcoin inflows, it's really starting to compensate for all the selling pressure that's going on. Now you can totally see it started out weak, but the big boys showed up to buy, and they're probably going to keep buying so they can shovel these Bitcoins in these ETFs that are so popular right now. And if you want one more fun little chart, this one shows that all the Bitcoin that Grayscale's recently sold has been completely bought up. Plus there's been inflows of over 118,000, most of which has been by, big surprise, BlackRock. And while we're on the topic, we just had another ETF join the $1 billion assets club. So now you got, maybe in the right order, Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK21, and now Bitwise. And all these ETFs have over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in them. Brian Armstrong, who's the CEO of Coinbase that actually holds roughly 90% of the Bitcoin backing these ETFs, has come out in an interview. Well, I'm just going to let the intern read it to you. Oh, I'm doing it right now? Oh, okay. My hair's good? It looks like a blind kid weed whacked it. Just read the quote. Okay. He said, "What is even more important is that every institution is starting to hold cryptocurrencies, and this asset class will become a standard part of every diversified portfolio. The financial system is officially adopting cryptocurrencies." So look, anyway, we all wanted the suits to show up to drive institutional adaptation, and they're here. Hey, we're here for all the Bitcoin. Anybody go whale watching recently? There's an analyst that goes by the name of Ali Martinez, I hope I said that right, and he posted on Twitter a chart showing Bitcoin exchange holdings are at the lowest level since 2018. If it's a little hard to see, that would be the yellow line showing the holdings, and the black line is the price of Bitcoin. Now this usually, not always, shows a shift towards holding Bitcoin for longer term as larger holders take all their Bitcoins off exchanges, intending to not sell it and hold it in a cold wallet. That's cool about Bitcoin, but what about its little brother Ethereum? Spot On Chain saw that there was a whale that bought roughly 138,000 Ethereum at a cost basis of roughly 28,000 each, and moved roughly 100,000 Ethereum off the exchange, intending to hold it. So now look, I ain't got no CFA or anything, but I would say people are starting to shift towards holding for the longer term here. And on top of all of that, we have the Bitcoin halving coming up in April, and that's going to reduce the block reward from 6.25 down to 3.125. All while mining difficulty is straight climbing through the roof. I can't pronounce that number. I don't even know what it is. Well, dang, man, and that's a number, dude. That bad boy's getting up there a little bit. Now that number is probably going to come down after the halving, because a lot of the smaller miners that have less computational power to mine Bitcoin, it's going to become a lot less profitable for them, and they're just not going to be making enough money to mine Bitcoin anymore. Hell, and I'm firing up the Bitcoin miner. Well, dang, he died. Now, there's also been a little bit of stir about Ethena Labs, the new synthetic stablecoin issuer. They said, "Hey man, I got 27% APR." And everybody's like, "Where's Kwon at? Where is he?" He's coming up, don't worry. All right, so where does the yield come from then? About 4% of it comes from native Ethereum staking, and the rest comes from funding paid to market-making short sellers. Now, this does sound just a little bit sketchy, but if you take a look at one of the charts on funding rates, it's been a pretty big brain move to back it with that. Now, if funding rates move down, they're probably just going to move the yield down. And the big noticeable difference here between Terra Luna and Ethena is that Terra Luna was more or less backed by just an algorithm, and Ethena is actually fully collateralized. So what happened to Kwon? This idiot got caught using a fake Costa Rican passport, leaving Montenegro, trying to get to Dubai after being months of completely MIA. This genius gets caught in one of the local courts is like, well, there's not really enough evidence. I don't think we need to extradite him. And then that got overturned rather quickly, and they said, yeah, you're going back to the US. Now, we don't know the exact charges that he's facing, but we do know that they're saying he violated federal securities laws by running a multi-billion-dollar fraud of unregistered securities. And what about his old buddy Sammy? Now, this photo is getting passed around the internet more than a bar of soap in a prison shower. and they're saying he might actually get a lighter sentence than he was originally due. Now they're saying that the recent price bump has appreciated the value of the crypto that FTX is holding, and that is going to allow them to pay back more restitution to those affected. This could impact the sentencing on Sam Bankman-fried because more people are getting paid back and he could receive a lighter sentence. And guess who else is in the courts? Food Truck Jeff. Wrong. That weird lady we saw at the zoo last Saturday. Wrong. The neighbor we steal Wi-Fi from. No. Oh, is it Third Strike Mike? Absolutely not. The SEC, and they're not the ones doing the suing. They're the ones being sued. The Northern District of Texas is bringing a case against the SEC saying, you guys need to chill with all this nonsense you're bringing towards these crypto exchanges because it's actually unlawful. Now this is a developing case and that's pretty much all the information there is at this time, but let's hope we win this one. And in the broader blockchain world, Aptos, the long forgotten Solana competitor, and Jambo, a phone company, are teaming up to bring a Web3 phone to Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. Get this. It's only gonna be $100 and it's gonna be loaded with Aptos apps for buyers to use. Hey, is this Solana? Yeah, you boys better push that phone out for summer 2025. Aptos is teaming up with a phone company called Jambo. And speaking of Solana, they're teaming up with Filecoin to bring a decentralized storage solution to the network. Now Solana does already have some decentralized storage solutions such as Aleph, Arweave, and Ionian, but this is going to help expand the network and improve network efficiency. And finally, 2 more airdrops to look out for. One of which, of course, is Dimension. So it was leaked before it happened that they were taking a snapshot on the 23rd and nobody knows what it's for or why they did it. So maybe we'll get something. I don't know. And if you're following AltLayer and haven't heard, the Season 1 airdrop is open. The only 2 requirements for this airdrop were to, 1, be staking at least 35 Celestia either natively through the platform or through the liquid staking provider Milky Way, and also to register through the website, which you can still do. The airdrop is open through March 5th. All right, all you bros and babes, I hope everybody got something out of this week's episode. And look, if I screwed anything up, slap on the caps lock and let me know down in the comments section. But if you like what we do here at Seems Legit Research, give me a thumbs up so I can quit slicing lunch meat for a living. I got to get out of here because Jersey Mike keeps calling me about my turkey sub, and yeah, I know I'm on my way. Come on, man.